boys and girls. I've missed you so much. As you can see, I'm not at school. I'm home here with my family, just the way you are. I think about you all the time, and I miss you. I miss our lunchtime. I miss our recess. I miss breakfast. I miss working with you. I miss calendar. Most of all, I'm missing you. I have a book I want to read to you today. It's called Splat the Cat, Oopsie Daisy. I chose this book for a couple of reasons. First, I love Splat the Cat books. I love the wonderful illustrations that are inside of it. The story is about something that happens in spring. And now it's springtime. So I think this will help you remember something that we did together as a class. And I hope it gives you some wonderful memories to look back on. So let me begin reading. Splat the Cat, Oopsie Daisy. Splat the Cat, Oopsie Daisy. Written by Rob Scotton. It was almost springtime. The weather was getting warmer, but the sky still gray and rainy. Splat thought being stuck inside was a waste of a Saturday afternoon. Splat perked up when a sopping wet Seymour scurried into his room. Seymour was carrying a weird-looking seed. "Where did you get that?" asked Splat. Seymour held up the seed and stared at it. Then he shrugged again. "I wonder what kind of seed it is," said Splat. "It could be anything." "Well, there's only one way to solve this mystery, Seymour. Let's see if we can make it grow." "I think we need to plant it first," Splat said, "but I've never planted anything before. Do you know how to plant a seed?" Seymour shrugged. He did not know. "Okay, then let's go to the library to find out," Splat announced. Splat and Seymour walked straight through the library to look for a book about gardening. The only problem was that there was so much information. Splat wanted to grow one seed, not a whole field of corn. After staring at the shelves for a long time, Splat finally asked the librarian. She was happy to help him find the perfect book. Just like our Mrs. Finney. She always helps us to find books, right? The name of the book that he picked out is called A Cat's Guide to Plants and Potting. The first step was getting a pot and filling it with soil. Not all the soil landed inside the pot. Next, Splat planted the seed in the dirt. He set the flower pot on a sunny windowsill. Then he watered the soil. Not all of the water went into the pot. Splat checked the flower pot every day. He hoped and hoped for any sign of sprout. He wondered what kind of a plant it would be. Maybe the seed would grow into a wild garden of roses. Or maybe the seed would grow into a tree as tall as the sky. Splat couldn't wait to see what grew. He sang to the seed, he read to it, and he told it stories. For 2 whole weeks, Splat waited and waited for the seed to do something. Splat was ready to give up. Maybe the seed would never sprout. Feeling terribly disappointed, he watered the soil for one last time, just in case. The dirt in the pot shifted a little when Splat added water. A tiny green sprout sprang up. Splat cheered loudly, but quickly shut his mouth. He didn't want to scare the little plant back into its shell. During the next week, the sprout grew a few straggly leaves. Splat was thrilled when a few days later a little bud appeared atop the stem. The next day the bud opened and bloom blossomed. It wasn't a wild jungle plant or a many-colored rose or a tall, tall tree. It was a flower, a little daisy, and Splat knew just who to give it to. I love it, said Mom. It's the most special flower ever. Splat smiled as he hugged his mother. I grew it myself, Splat said, with a little help from Seymour. The end. I hope you liked this story. It reminded me of the time when we planted seeds in soil in our classroom. And we did pour too much soil into our cups, and sometimes we did water them too much, and we waited patiently to see what would grow. And it was so exciting when they finally pushed through the soil, and we ended up with some beautiful bean plants. I miss you all so much. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're working hard. I hope that you're playing and having fun and enjoying the time with your families. I'll see you again soon. Love you all.